Hey you guys, welcome back to Dollars to Cents, to my third video, my rebuild video for my first week of bringing back content to Dollars to Cents. My name is Tasha. I'm really excited because it's finally time for me to share my long-term 4-year goal for cash stuffing, and I'm able to do so because of this other content binder that she has put together. This person I've actually followed, the first person I followed for cash stuffing years ago, early 2023, before I even started my own video journey. That she has a great journey, a great site, and definitely great products. So I'll definitely make sure you guys have her contact information and website and everything in the description below. So let's get into it. I've been kind of showing you guys the back of the box. So this binder, again, is for a 4-year goal. It's going to be my 4-year goal for home ownership. That's right. I am so excited to be able to actually plan a stronger financial goal to own not my first home. This is not my first time around, but actually to get into my second home here in Houston, Texas. If this is your first time watching this video, I just relocated from Florida to Texas earlier in January. So I am really eager about setting up my roots and my long-term plan here in the great state of Texas. So I am going to start using this new binder. So let's go ahead and get into it. Absolutely beautiful. All of her products are really well made and designed, and she has come a long way. So again, her information, her name is Jasmine. Her site is called Baddies and Budgets. That will be in the description. Please, you guys, check her out. I know I follow quite a few people for cash budgeting, and she's been my first one that really got me motivated. So here is the binder. Whoops, stuff is falling out. Look at that. So it's a cute binder for all the baddies out there. Let me move this out the way. It's a really big one too. And this is what it looks like in the back. And let's get into the content. So this looks like it's probably for the front of the binder, so you know what binder this is for. So you'll get this, which is pretty much your cover page, but she also has, I like that, a mortgage checklist. That's really cool. Government issued ID, social security number, all of the stuff that you would need to get your mortgage ready. That's really cool. 10 key questions to ask when buying a house. This, man, if I had this information when I first bought the house, I would have bought my first house, I would have been in a different situation. How old are the roof, appliances, and major systems? That's important. I know my first house, they actually put on a new roof, which I really did appreciate, but I wouldn't have even thought about those things. So I'm glad that she's put this content information in here as well. Looks like a workbook. Let's take a look. Again, I started following her earlier on. My first person I pretty much followed. I love her personality, her background, her experience, and what she is doing. All right, talks about the types of loans, buying home process terms, mortgage terms. This is really good. Even though, again, this is not my first time to get a home, I feel I'm going to be even more educated and knowledgeable going through. And that if something comes up, that's my biggest thing. If something comes up, because life is going to life, if something comes up, I'll learn, I'll be in a better state financially to be able to get through those tough times. Because it was a tough time I had, caused me to lose my house, which is perfectly fine at this point, because you know what? Look what God can do. I am from DC, been in Florida, and I am now in Texas. Talking about closing costs, never really fully understood what that meant, but I will be learning this time around. So this is some really good information in the workbook, and I'll get into this a little bit later on as well. So it looks like she has some home stickers to put on for your areas, your envelope, or what have you. So down payment, which is important, renovations, definitely maintenance, storage, furnishing, all of this stuff. So she really had some detailed information to make sure she put in her items. And then this, I believe, is the packet of the goal tracker, which I think is cute. So she created these goal trackers for different things, and you could put 2 per each envelope, and then you just put your money in there. So for appliances, for furniture, I guess home needs, this will be important. I would definitely use this for actually the down payment goal tracker. So she has a lot of different ones in here. I like it. Maintenance for the lawn. I know I'm going to need that. This more so is probably for moving. When I tell you right now, for me to move from Florida to Texas, I went through a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm going through PTSD about this, but at least this time, 4 years later, it will only be a local move, but I have definitely learned my lessons from moving from state to state, what to look for, especially in those contracts. Furniture looks like, appliances. So it's really cute the way she has it set up. I really encourage that you guys take a look at her, not just this binder, but she has a lot of good products for everybody, pretty much. She also has a line, even though this is pink and really cute, she has a line for people who want a different color, or for men who don't preference pink, or anybody else. So my thing is, take a look at what she actually has. So I'm going to take a minute to set this up. Let's see. And then we'll come back so I can show you what I have set up, and I'll go ahead and stuff the remaining cash that I do have on hand to get this binder started. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so I'm back. I have set up my binder with some of the areas that I want to start saving for this new home. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So cover page with the information on both sides, the mortgage checklist, the 10 key questions to ask when buying a house. We'll definitely dig into that later. So this is how I set up my binder for right now. The first envelope or area is going to be for down payment and closing costs, lawn care, appliances. Then I have furniture, moving, and we talked about how I feel about moving. Then also want to say for inspection and for maintenance, and I'm leaving this one blank until I plan a little bit further out what I want to use for this. The way it's set up, you could put the cards in the areas. Actually, I think this one is turned around. I'm going to have to flip this over because the inserts come from here, and you can put your cards in so it can show what you're saving for. The only thing is that this envelope is not separated, so it's one big one. So you'll have to make sure you keep account of how much is for each area. So we're going to go ahead and finish up with the rest of the remaining 1,000 that I started off for this week to start off for this binder. Like I said for my other video, that this is an anchor strategy for me, that I am setting this as a long-term goal for me that anchors my values, my beliefs, and my goals, of course, to be able to accomplish this. And I know that I can do this because if I was able to save to move as quickly as I needed to, if I was able to save $6,000, you guys, $6,000, a little short or what have you, $6,000 in about 5 months to move from Florida to Texas. I had all of my money ready to go by January. The apartment was ready to go. The money for the movers, we'll talk about the movers later. All that money was covered, and I actually had money left over, which is some of the money actually that I'm using for this week. So the money I had left over, because I did not have to use the whole $6,000 for the move, I am using now to start my next big goal. So it's gonna be an attachment thing for me, that I'm attaching my actual physical move to my next big move in the next 4 years. All right, so let's go ahead and put the remaining of this money away. So for my down payment, I'm going to go ahead and put in $250 into this envelope. And then later on, once I kind of sit down and get an idea of what I'm looking for in a home here, I'll have an idea of how much money I need to put down total. Okay, this is hard. For the house that I want to get into, as well as closing costs. So right now, I don't have a solid dollar amount. I have an idea of what I'm interested in and how much it might be at this point, but this is 4 years out, and God knows what's going to happen for the economy in the next 4 years. Hopefully we'll be in a place that I need it to be in. All right, So for this one, I'm not going to stuff for all of the envelopes, but for 3 of them. So the next one's going to be for, I don't have it set up, so because there's no title for it, I'm going to go ahead and put in $60 for inspection, because I know that that is definitely going to be needed, and that's going to be something I feel that I could save quickly for and get that fully funded. So I'm going to definitely focus on making sure every month I'm putting money for the down payment. But some of these smaller areas that might not take as much, I want to try to get those fully funded as well. So again, $60 is going for inspection, not necessarily for maintenance, but later on I'll have a total breakdown to be a little bit more detailed. And what I'm going to do, because I know I want to do something for the other folder, but I don't have it up. So the last $60 is going to go, you know what, we're going to do it for moving. Because again, I learned a lot from the last move. I have probably moved 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 times so far. Everything's kind of really been local. I had 2 out-of-state moves from Maryland to Florida and now Florida to Texas. But this move is not going to be as treacherous and as demanding and frustrating. My God, did they nickel and dime people. But I just want to make sure that I have what I feel I need to do in in-state move. So this is where we are right now for my first stuff for my new binder for my new home fund here in Houston, Texas. I am so excited. It is finally in the books. It's ready to go. And believe me, this is something that I will continue to work on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. Thank you again for hanging out with me for the whole week, for me to kind of rebound and rebuild here at Dollars to Cents. So look for next week's video where I'll actually have a pay period. My part-time job payroll will be coming in, and I'll take care of that money as well. So you guys have a really great week. Thank you again so much for sticking and staying, and make sure you put your faith and family first. See you guys in the next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe so I can see you again next week. Bye.